Whoa.
Hey, look what we found out here. Jeff Blaylock out here at the car show. What's going on, Jeff?
Oh, nothing much, Dave. Just out here checking on the car show we put on.
It's really nice. It makes me want one, man. I'd love to have one of these cars.
Well, they're pretty nice, but, you know, I brought my Camaro out here to, I've got it up, you know, if you want to buy it. Make you a good deal today.
I wish I could afford that, Jeff, but I can't afford that. I mean, I wish I could.
How much you got to spend?
Well, I mean, you know, when I buy, a car like that's a collectible. When I buy a car, I like to spend like $1,000, $1,500 max, you know? And then I want it to last a couple years.
Well, that car lasts you a long time. Everything's been rebuilt on it.
Well,
besides, that's an American-made product right there.
I can say $1,000 is my budget. That's about my budget.
You got $1,000?
No, I mean, I can get $1,000 out of the bank. I got about $100 only right now.
Well, you give me $100 right now, it's yours. You just pay me the rest of it. Tomorrow, you can buy the bank and get it out.
If I give you $100 right now.
$100, I'll mark it sold right now. I'll give you the keys and you can drive away on it.
No kidding. No, we're not messing around right now.
I wouldn't mess with a citizen.
Okay, done deal. Hold on. Let me turn this off. Let's work this out. All right.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hey y'all, I'm Martin Kinney. I'm the owner of Kona Ice here in North Georgia. Kona Ice is the biggest, baddest ice cream truck and shaved ice vendor you'll ever see. We serve shaved ice and we serve different kinds of novelty ice cream, and we travel all over North Georgia. We do events, we do charity events, we do school events, we do birthday parties, and we also go out into neighborhoods. Today I'd like to show you how our truck works. Whenever our customer comes up to the front window here, they order a shaved ice. We give them a cup of snow. They take that cup of snow right down to our flavor wave station. That's our top 10 flavors. They can pick from any of the flavors, 1, 2, or 10 of the different flavors, and enjoy their shaved ice from here. Like I said, we can do this at schools, we can do this at daycares, we do for birthday parties as well. And at birthday parties, you get everybody gets a shaved ice, and the birthday guest gets a t-shirt and a flower lei too. Find us at Kona-ice.com, 404-271-5887.
I know what you're talking about, Dave.
I want my $100 back. That was not your car to sell.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously, I'm gonna have to call the cops or something. I want my $100 back.
The cops work for me.
Huh?
The cops work for me.
I want my $100. Yeah.
Do I know you?
I mean,
Hi, I'm Larry Jennings with First Response Plumbing. We fix water lines, sewer lines, camera, jet,
repair faucets, whatever you might need as far as plumbing, give us a call. The name is First Response Plumbing, 770-386-5222. Thanks again, First Response Plumbing.
First Response Plumbing.
Welcome to Louies. What can I get for you? Hey, welcome to Louies. We're here Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 2. We do breakfast and lunch. We have call-ahead order, catering, drive-through service. Anything that you need, we can take care of you. And we're now open on Fridays from 5:30 to 9 for dinner, coffee and desserts, and we're also open on Saturday for full breakfast and lunch from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We look forward to seeing you soon.
We have Grandma's chicken salad.
We have fresh baked muffins and tasty treats.
We have sub sandwiches and hot grilled paninis on homemade bread.
And don't forget about our coffee. We've got a specialty house blend that's roasted for us weekly, as well as a full line of coffee espresso drinks. You can make them how you like.
We can't wait to see you at Louies Cafe.
Hello, welcome to Treasure Chest Outlet. If you're starting your first apartment or if life has dealt you a blow where you need to start over, come by Treasure Chest Outlet and see us. You may find something that you need. Something to hang on the wall, a table to sit at to drink your coffee, a sofa to sit at, a bed to sleep on, something to hang on the wall, something just to throw around. We're located at 188 North Morningside Drive across from Hobby Lobby. Come see us at Treasure Chest Outlet. You just may never know what you find.
Cartersville UNCUT. This is Jennings. We're at the Booth Western Art Museum on March 31st, and we got, I don't know, 400 or 500 people here already. It's not even 6 o'clock. And I have with me Andrea Holly, who is a marketing guru. She knows everything about marketing. If you're looking to grow your business, you need her to come to work for you because she will triple your sales overnight because she is that smart. So, Andrea, tell the camera about your education and what you're looking to do.
I graduated from State University about 3 years ago with a business marketing degree. I have ran a restaurant. I was in sales for a wine distributor for over 2 years, and I am looking to further my career with either inside sales or outside sales, which is most of my experience. So I'd love the opportunity to be with a very awesome company.
Now listen, you need to hire. If you don't hire, it's your own fault.
How do they reach her?
They reach her by calling
678-313-1922.
678-313 what?
1922.
1922. All right, you need to memorize that. Grow your business. Hire Andrea Holly. Call me in 2 weeks and see how much more business you got. Thanks for Cartersville UNCUT.
Thank you.
I'm with Tara Courier. Tara, tell everybody who this is. Nice to see you. Tara, tell everybody where we are.
We are here at the Booth Western Art Museum in our wonderful booth ballroom, doing Bartow Business Connection. We've co-hosted with Action Rental. I'm sure by now we've had probably over 500 people. I just couldn't be more thrilled with the turnout, just showing off our great museum and the galleries, and most importantly, our beautiful ballroom and all the capabilities that we have. Action Rental's got a couple different wedding scenes set up. We've got a little meeting area near the front and all these gorgeous tables. So I hope that people understand exactly what the ballroom can accommodate and what people can use it for.
Now this ballroom, anybody can rent it?
Absolutely, yes. All they have to do is call our Director of Events, Jackie Hollis, and her information can be found on the Booth Museum website, but she handles all of our bookings, and we'll get you set up if you want to use catering. We have a approved caterers list, as well as we have our own in-house catering. So really anything you need, from 5 people, intimate, conference meeting set up, to a full-on wedding reception if you need it. We can accommodate you here at the Booth Museum.
Great job today, Tara. Another great event out here at the Booth Western.
Absolutely. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Tara. Joe Frank Harris Jr. He has taken over the chamber, and I think I get the impression you're very excited about doing this.
Oh boy, it's a blessing to be able to come back and help the chamber, and we're trying to really help Bartow County, and we need your help. What we need your help is, I know when you look back in the past, we've always had the Buy Bartow program, and again, a lot of these plays is something that people in our community have done forever, but we know right now, for example, that there is $1.090 billion worth of wages paid. That money turns over about 7 times, so if we get everybody just to buy your stuff, everyday stuff here in Cartersville and Bartow County, then we're going to go back and we're going to ask folks to hire Bartow County residents. To be honest with you, right now we got about 5,200 people that are sitting on the bench. Our goal is to get a 1% increase. That's only 500 people, and every time we want somebody that's hired, anybody in Bartow County, again a Bartow County resident, to come ring that bell in the old Bartow County Annex to celebrate it, and then we'll put a piece of red tape on it, kind of like a United Way thermometer, and celebrate it to get the mindset going that we can do something about this economy and getting everybody spending and working together as a community.
Sounds exciting. I understand you're doing more to help the nonprofits too.
That's exactly right. If you look at our business card, our motto, it says chamber serving businesses. And again, that's not exclusive. It doesn't say chamber members. We'd like everybody to join, but we're to serve businesses. Then we serve as a cheerleader. We're back there getting businesses to serve the community. Well, it seems kind of bad to us when you sit there. If you got another 501c3 nonprofit corporation that somebody's donated money to, why should we take their money away from their programs? We all need to join together, and if you're a nonprofit, come join us at no cost, and then come to our events and help people understand how we can help you. If you're a church, you're also welcome to join us at no cost. We're all about the same mission.
Got a new website coming out?
Yes, sir. We're going to be using the current one, and to be honest with you, we bought some new software to where we can stream stuff like you're doing straight on there. We can do some referrals a lot better. Like if you call the chamber and you're wanting to do business, again, it's not going to happen today. You're going to take about 30 days if I push them really hard. But we can send an email out or a call and refer businesses out and be one of those economic engines to help out.
Joe Frank Harris, thank you for joining us on Cartersville UNCUT.
Glad to see you, and I hope to see you at noon on Wednesday, April 13th, right outside the old courthouse in front of the old Bartow County Annex. And again, that is the old First Baptist Church, if you remember.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your old lawnmower got you down? Do you have weeds driving you crazy in your yard? Do your kids need something fun to ride? Come see us at Red Top Mower. We carry lawnmowers, weed eaters, backpack blowers, chainsaws, hedge trimmers. We're at 21 Kelly Clark Court on the corner of Highway 41, just 10 miles south of Main Street in Cartersville. We're on the web at www.redtopmower.com, and we're on Twitter and Facebook. Our number is 770-966-7779. Red Top Mower.
Barbecue. One of the main things that I get asked all the time is, what's your favorite thing to eat? And of course, I always say everything, because everything's good. Regardless if you like pork or chicken, we've got you covered, and we have the best vegetables ever. So come and eat at Slopes, so next time somebody asks you what your favorite thing to eat is, you know exactly what to tell them.
You know, owning rental property is the best investment you can make in real estate, but it also comes with a lot of headaches. Here at Able, we take on those headaches. We take on the burdens of filling those units for you. Call Able, let us fill those vacant units that you may have. Let us take on those headaches. No upfront money out of your pocket. Call us today, 770-607-4001, or catch us online. It's www.ablemanagement.biz. That's B-I-Z. Hey, we look forward to working with you soon.
Nice to meet you, Lynn. This is Dr. John Harper. He is the Superintendent of Schools here in Bartow County. Nice to meet you, Doctor.
Good morning, David. Good to see you here.
How long have you been at this job?
I've been at this job in Bartow County for 3.5 years. I came in as the Associate Superintendent, and when the Superintendent left, the board appointed me as interim and then hired me as Superintendent.
Okay, 3.5 years. What do you feel like you're doing well?
I think we're working well with our community, working well with the board. We've got, this is the third board that I've worked with, and the board has worked very well together, and our communication skills are real strong among the community. They give me a lot of feedback and a lot of input, so that's a real strength. Boards really help superintendents work well in school systems. They give me a lot of information, and we have a lot of conversations about what's important for our students here, and that is their focus as well as mine. But focusing on students and student achievement is what I'm all about, what we're doing for kids and how we can help them do better. We've improved our graduation rate over 20 points in the last 3 years. That was a big thing for me. So we're moving right along academically. We have distractors from time to time, David, that keeps me out of that agenda, but we've got a great board staff here. We've got an excellent cabinet, people in positions that really know what they're doing, so that's a strength of the school system. Getting those people in place is something good that's happened. But I think the primary thing for me as something good that has happened in Bartow County school system is focus on academic improvement, looking at each individual child, finding out what their skills and talents are and what their weaknesses are, and helping teachers focus on those things to try to get kids graduated, and that's why we're here.
What do we need work on?
Well, we've got some math issues in some of our grades, and we've worked on reading really well. We have a reading specialist that has done a lot of training for our teachers here, Barbara Neslin. She's forgotten more reading than I know, even though I've worked at an elementary level to teach kids how to read. But she's worked with the science of reading. We know what it takes to teach kids how to read. She's done an excellent job with that. So our reading in this county has improved significantly. Math has been an area of focus for us because that has diminished some. But we're now working on a new high school curriculum in grades 9 through, well, really 8 through 12. The state gave us some ability to choose between discrete math and integrated math, and we've chosen to go with discrete math, which is Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2. David, not like what you and I were taught, but with the Common Core curriculum from the national level, as well as the state Georgia performance standards, which we wanted to make it a little more rigorous than the Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2 that we were exposed to in high school, because that is a trend nationally that there's not enough rigor in our math program. But those are some of the good things that we're doing here.
How are you keeping the parents informed? Other than report cards, progress reports, how are you keeping the parents informed of what's going on in school?
Well, David, you know, that's an extreme challenge today, and we've looked at every avenue we can, and we've had a number of companies that want to sell us a piece of software at $4.25 a child to send information out to parents, and we didn't think that was money well spent. So what we've done, we've instituted a Facebook account, we've moved to Twitter, and I've sent 2 Facebook messages out to the community this morning about some concerns that occurred in our schools, just to keep them informed, because when information gets out, oftentimes it's inaccurate, and I want to make sure that our parents have accurate information. We're working with a company to redesign our web page so we can get a lot of access to that and get good information on our web page. There's an issue there that I see, that when parents get into that, they're having difficulty motivating around in that and getting the kind of information they need to get. We want our teachers to communicate through our parent portal. That has been a little difficult for parents to get into. Our student information system that we purchased, we had a contract with the company to provide us a service. Someone bought the company from the people that we worked with. The contract hasn't been fulfilled as it should. We've recently purchased another student information system that's easy for our teachers to work with and for our parents to be able to get in and access the information they need. We've worked very hard with our principals to put a lot of information on their web pages, and we'll be doing the same thing here. But accessing the parent portal, using our Facebook and using Twitter to get information out and get information communicated back to us. In April, all of the parents will have an opportunity to complete a survey on each school, the school that their children attend. The teachers will be able to do that as well, and the students will be able to do that. And we'll get that information back at the end of April and work with our principals on the information that they received as an improvement. You want to get information from your clients and from the students you serve, and we're doing that, and we'll use that information. Last month in the principals meeting, we gave a survey to all of our principals and said, give us information on how we're doing in the board office. They completed that survey, and most of that was strongly agreed to the things that we were doing. But David, there are some areas in there that we saw that we would need to improve at the board office, so we put together an improvement plan. Had a principals meeting yesterday and reviewed that improvement plan with them, gave them the results of their survey, and then gave them our improvement plan for the board office. So, and that's how communication should work, hearing from your clients, who you're working with, about how things are going, because we want to serve our children the best that we can. And without hearing that information from them, sometimes you just don't really know until there's an incident that occurs that's mostly negative. So we're trying a lot of strategies to communicate with our parents and get accurate information out to them.
What are the rules in Bartow County Schools on bullying?
David, we have a bullying policy that has been sent down to us from the Department of Education that was approved by the legislature. And we have had the first reading of that bullying policy, and it's a 17-page policy. Next month the board will approve that. I gave the principals that 17-page bullying policy in a principals meeting this week. Told them to read that over, become very familiar with that. We'll have some training at the first of the year. But there are a lot of concerns. The media has made bullying something that gets a lot of attention, and we're working very hard to follow the directive from the Department of Education in instituting the new bullying policy. We certainly don't tolerate bullying in our schools. It goes on. Sometimes we're not aware of it, but the times that we are aware, we work hard to take care of that. The new bullying policy has only one thing different from the policy that we have in place, and that is the child that was bullied as well as the child that is doing the bullying, both parents are notified. We typically notify the parent that is doing the bullying, the child that's doing the bullying, not the child that has been bullied. But you're hearing a lot of conversation all the way from the president down to the print media and the TV media today about bullying. Unfortunately, we've had a couple of students take their own lives, and the basis of what the media is wanting us to believe is the reason they did that is because they're bullied in school.
Dr. Harper, on our Cartersville UNCUT Facebook page, some of our friends out there submitted some questions, and the questions are in front of you.
Yes, sir.
Could you pick those up, read the question, and then answer the question, please?
Jessica, can you go on field trips occasionally at Daresville High School? Yes, we do a lot of field trips in Bartow County school system, probably more than we really want, but teachers direct that. They make some decisions to go on field trips. They get that field trip approved through the principal. The principal sends that to me. I look over that field trip form as well as the director of whatever school level it's coming from, and Mr. Gulledge, who works with student support. They review that and sign off on that, and it comes to me, and I'm the final decision maker. And if it's appropriate for children, it's not too much time away from instruction, and it has some instructional component to it, typically they get approved, David. Shannon, can we reduce the cost of after-school activities such as CATS program, course, sports, etc.? And if a parent or parents are not able to pay, why can't the child be able to participate? I was told that if all the fees are not paid, the children can't participate in things such as chorus, concert band, etc. In working with our band directors and chorus directors and our principals, Shannon, it is my understanding, and I've just worked with 2 middle school band directors, children who have an opportunity to go on a field trip and can't afford that, in the majority of cases, the booster clubs support that child in some kind of gift or grant for them to go. Most of the time when kids are going on a fairly lengthy field trip, there are activities that they participate in to raise some funds for that. But my particular philosophy in working with kids in those kinds of activities, particularly the field trips where they'll be left behind, if a child can't afford it, they shouldn't be left behind. Why do some of the schools not have nurses in them? and just lay and PPL to administrators to administer medications to students.
Lay people.
Lay people,
Mm-hmm.
okay. The only schools currently, Joanna, that do not have a nurse in them are our high schools. We have fewer issues there with medication in those schools. It's a budget issue. The state provides us, they have provided in the past around $300,000 for nurses. Nurses cost us about $700,000 a year. I am a supporter of nurses being in our schools. Our kids need them. A lot of our parents can't afford for their children to go see a nurse, so the nurse is there. We have nurses in our elementary schools and middle schools. We do not have them in high schools because most of those high school kids are able to take care of themselves with the help of someone in a clinic. There is a parent there or a person that's been hired there to help them. The biggest need is in our elementary and middle school, essentially a budget issue. It's costing the local taxpayers a lot of money to have nurses in our schools, and it has always been my desire to have them there. But in tough economic times, you make decisions to try to keep teachers inside of the classroom, and that was a decision that I made and was supported by the last board to not have nurses in our high schools. We do have people there who are specially trained by our lead nurse to be able to handle the concerns that are there. Thomas, how is it that when a child is late 3 times is counted like there is a missed day? Thomas, if you're late to school, you're causing disruption for other children inside of that classroom when you show up late. You're disrupting their activities. I'm a highly distractible person. I hear pens clicking and books slamming, and when kids come in late, I'm being distracted by that lateness. One of the things that you try to learn while you're in school is to be punctual. Employers require that of you, and if you can't come to school on time and you can't get to a job on time, you'll lose that job. That's state policy with regard to 3 tardies is an absence. The more lenient we are with tardies, the more tardies we have. So, Thomas, if you're a student in one of our schools, you're expected to be there on time. Sandy, why do I have to pay for my son to take an AP test at 114 when it should be an honor to have highly intelligent kids like them that helps make the school look good? Sandy, that's a state budget issue. The Department of Education did send us a little money in the past for students to take AP tests. They do not do that now. It's more important that I keep a teacher in front of the classroom. My son also takes AP tests, and I know that I'll have to pay for those. It's regretful that we've gotten to that point that we've had to cut some of the things out of our budget in order to keep things flowing inside of our school system. 2 years ago, we had a $122 million budget inside of Bartow County. We now have about a $110 million budget and look for that to go south again next year. We've reduced our staff by 12.5%. There are some little things that unfortunately we've had to cut in our school system, and that is one of them. Christy, what is the policy on holding a student back in grades K through 3? Who has the final say? Can a parent still move a child up to the next grade level even if the teacher does not necessarily agree? Christy, what we try to do very carefully in working with our parents is making some decisions about promotion of children. The research that you read about promotion in grades K through 3 is that it is really not effective with that particular child. Certainly children come to us at various levels of knowledge and ability, typically depending on who's working with them or who they have available to work with them or who they don't have available to work with them. Our desire is to promote children based on how much information they have and know and whether or not they can meet the standards that have been laid out by the Department of Education. When you retain a child in grades K through 3, in those early grades, their likelihood of graduating is diminished significantly. If you hold a child back 2 times within those K through 12 years, their likelihood of graduating is diminished even to a greater extent. Now, of course, we want to have children know what they're supposed to know in order to graduate from K through 12, but that's an issue that we usually work out with the parent. We have not had big issues with that since I've been here.
Dr. John Harper, thank you very much for joining us on Cartersville Uncut.
Thank you, David.
Trust your residential concrete work to the professionals with over 34 years of experience in the industry. Call the experts at Richard Barnes Concrete. We specialize in driveways and slabs, curbing, retaining walls, driveway removals and replacements, and patios.
Color and stamping are also available. At Richard Barnes Concrete, free estimates are available and we are fully licensed and insured. So trust your residential concrete work to the professionals with over 34 years of experience in the industry. Call the experts at Richard Barnes Concrete today.
Hey folks, Bob Smith, the owner of the City Cellar restaurant here in Cartersville, Georgia. Hey, I want you to know we got a train going by here. We got train shots. Every time the train goes by, we ring a bell, get a train shot for $1. I got live music on Thursday nights down here. I got some jazz, I got some acoustics. Friday night and Saturday night, man, what a blast we have upstairs in the loft. Local talent showing their wares. Y'all got to come see it. It's good stuff. The best north of Atlanta.
Hello, I'm James.
And I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Jordan. And we're the owners of JDH Electric. At JDH Electric, we can service all of your electrical needs. If it's in your home, your office, your industrial facility, anywhere that you currently need electrical service, we can help you. If you need electrical service, give us a call, 770-607-6900. At JDH Electric, we look forward to serving you for this generation.
Generations to come.
Hi, I'm Miranda. I'm with the Etowah Valley Humane Society. And what we do out here is do adoptions for cats and dogs. Here are some of our office staff. That's Barb and Nick. Forever and ever and ever. They ain't paying attention. And what we do out here is we do adoptions, but we also need volunteers and donations. And you can volunteer by coming out and helping us walk dogs, play with cats. And right here is our puppy room and our small dog room. These are a few of the guys that we have in here. We have the small dogs and the small breed dogs. Some of these puppies really want to go home with you. And they love to play. Some are good with children. We do have 9-year-olds in here. It's a 9-year-old pug. And his name's Tuppy for a reason. He's a big boy. But he is a very smart dog. Out here we have our big dogs. The females are on the left side and the males are on the right side. And as you can tell, we have different breeds of dogs out here. And they get very excited when you walk through here, especially with a leash to take them out for a walk. And here are some of our volunteers out here, feeding the dogs, giving them water, and just making these dogs a little bit happy. If you would like to volunteer, just come on out and help us. If you can't have an animal at home and still love animals, this is a good way to show an animal a lot of attention. So come on out and give us a help. Thank you.
Hey Cartersville, we're about ready to leave out on the Hogs for Dogs ride. About to have a beautiful ride in the North Georgia mountains and meet up at Tom's at 4 o'clock. We're going to have a great time and benefit for the Humane Society. If you couldn't join us today, we hope you remember the Humane Society and call us up and donate maybe $10, $20, maybe some t-shirts still be available. Come and get one of those. We'll see you at the Etowah Valley Humane Society. Thanks for your support.
Hi there, welcome to Blue Skies Riding Academy. We offer lessons, summer camps, birthday parties, group programs, team building programs, just about anything you can think of. We're located here in beautiful Emerson, Georgia. We've got 24 horses who would probably love to meet you. Find us on the web at blueskiesridingacademy.com to learn more about us, and we look forward to meeting you.
Come on out to Sportsmans Liquidation, located in the Kmart Shopping Center in Cartersville, Georgia on Main Street. We have everything for every member of the family, moms, dads, brothers, sisters. We have everything from camping, hiking, hunting, fishing equipment, bows. We have bows for the teenagers. We have crossbows, hunting targets, backpacks, you can name it. 50 to 80% off normal retail pricing. Again, come and see us. We're in the Kmart Shopping Center, 441 East Main Street, Cartersville, 770-382-4444. Thank you.
Right now we're with Daryl Roberts. Nice to meet you, Daryl.
Hello.
You're in the realty business, huh?
Yes, I am.
It's going okay?
Yeah, it's going all right.
All right, let's get to why we're here.
Okay.
A few years back, you went to Liberia.
I did.
Why?
A friend of mine who I became acquainted with through a previous church, he introduced me. He was a native of Liberia, the village of Balama, and he was here, and we had a group going from here, and a group going, a team from Waiuka Road as well, up in Atlanta, and he asked me to come. I told him no, I didn't want to go, but got out of the plans, and I really felt burdened to go, but particularly to work with orphan children. So I told him that, and he said, Daryl, I know exactly where you're supposed to go. So I said, yes, I'll go.
What was your impression when you got there?
It just changed my life. Changed my life.
How?
As soon as I got there and I saw these children that were in an orphanage just outside the village where his field of service was, the conditions were horrible. You know, the children were not well. They had worms. Their housing was very, very poor. They had very little shelter and security and safety from the elements. Their diet was just completely inadequate. Kids were precious, but the needs were great. And I just knew immediately, as I was surrounded by these children, that I was to care for them. And I took that charge from God, and we've been serving these children ever since.
How are you serving them ever since?
Yeah, for the last 31 months or so, we've been providing 3 meals a day for them. We have been providing medical care as needed. We've shipped supplies every 3 months, school supplies. We've shipped hundreds, hundreds and maybe over 1,000 notebooks to them for their schooling. We've shipped hundreds of books, textbooks, reading books, all different levels. We've actually installed a library there for the kids. We've shipped hundreds of shoes, hundreds of pairs of shoes and flip-flops, all kinds of clothing.
Now, you can't help all the kids. So I take it you've taken on a group of the kids?
Yes.
Or what have you taken on?
Yeah, we have about 100 children right now. But we do feel led to help more. And I just visited Liberia end of January, 1st of February, and I visited with 400 more children that we hope to begin to provide food, clothing, medical care. There's some new housing that needs to be built, latrines, shower houses. There's a new school that needs to be built for some of these children. When I say medical care, we hope to begin providing anti-malarials, deworming medication, and multivitamins on a regular basis, which will greatly affect their quality of life and their ability to learn.
Now, who is taking care of these kids? Where have you received your funding to help these 100? Where did you get the funding for that?
People of Bartow County have been incredible. Just been incredible. We have local churches that are involved. We have lots of individuals that are involved. And not just Bartow County. There are surrounding counties, Gordon County. We have a sponsor in California. We have one in Virginia. We have sponsors in North Carolina, Alabama. But for the most part, the majority of people are right here in Cartersville and Bartow County.
And you want to step it up a little bit?
I want to step it up a lot.
How can we help, and what do you want? I mean, what do you want from Bartow County? What do you want to let people know? How do they get involved?
Well, they can go to our website, which is orphanaidliberia.com. It's got all the information right there. It provides you with the opportunity to go to PayPal and make donations. Also, you can subscribe to make monthly donations, which really makes an impact. We have an impact page on the website, which kind of shows you what your money does, how it affects the children, what it provides. And our current campaign, fundraising campaign this year, is called Call for Compassion. And it is our hope and our prayer that we can reach 2,000 new donors this year at $10 per month.
Now, the name of your website again is?
OrphanAidLiberia.com.
Is this a global website, or is this a local coming out of Cartersville website?
It's a global site.
It is a global site that you're part of, and
it's one that we developed.
Oh, it's one that you developed?
Yes.
But so that's what I'm trying to think.
Okay.
You just haven't latched on to something like this.
No, absolutely
You
not.
started this.
Yes, I did.
Right here out of Cartersville.
Right here. Yes.
That's big.
It began while I was there in July of 2008. Orphan Aid Liberia was birthed there on the little hill in the village of Balama with kids all around me. I knew right away. And in October of 2010, it was made clear to me that there were many more hungry and helpless children that were waiting on me to get busy. I wasn't doing enough, and it's time. It's time, and I'm asking the people that see this to help and to step up. And $10 a month will provide 3 meals a day for one child. Plus, it will provide regular anti-malarial medications. It will provide administration of regular deworming medications and a multivitamin every day. $10 a month. You can feed a child 3 meals a day and provide all those medications for a year. And we hope that as you give, that you would continue to give year to year and provide for that child.
Daryl Roberts, OrphanAidLiberia.com.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us on Cartersville Uncut.
Thank you.
Hey, my name is Kyle O'Neill, and I'm from The Well here in Cartersville. And I just wanted to invite you guys out. April 29th, we're going to bring in comedian Ken Kington. And all proceeds for this show is going to go to international missions to Andros Island and to Liberia, Africa. April 29th, 7 p.m., 9 p.m., 2 show times. You can get your tickets at discoverthewell.org.
Don't forget, my name is Catherine, and I'm waitress here at Cletus Tees, and I would love to see you. So if you stop by, don't forget to tell me hey.
Life's full of unforgettable moments. Spend a moment in your Pandora store and experience the new collections.
This is Joseph Kirk. Joseph Kirk is a county official. Tell everybody your title, Joseph.
I'm the elections supervisor for Bartow County.
And you go by Joseph or Joe?
I go by Joseph.
Joseph, how long have you been the elections supervisor?
since October 1st, 2007.
Wow, it's a long time. Do you like your job?
I love my job. This is a great job.
Are the people voting as far as compared to other counties and other, are we voting? Are we doing our part?
Yeah, we meet right along the averages. When you compare the census numbers to how many registered voters we have, the potential applicants, the actual applicants, we're about the same for the rest of the state.
Okay, let's get down to the meat. Next year is a big year.
It is.
A lot of people. Who all's run? What positions are coming open?
Well, the big ones I think are going to be the sheriff's office, the county commissioner, the presidential race is going to be huge, I'm sure. Legislative seats, school board, basically any kind of county office, it's going to be on the ballot next year.
Okay, let's say I want to run for something. Let's say I want to become the next county commissioner.
Okay.
I need to come see you?
Well, you can. There's two different ways to go about this. You can either run as a party candidate, Democrat or Republican, or as an independent candidate. Now, and I shouldn't say Democrat or Republican, it's actually the two political parties in Georgia are the party that gets the most votes for governor in the last election and the second most. So if the Libertarians ever take the governor's seat, either Democrats or Republicans are going to get knocked out. But that's neither here nor there. During the last week in April, you can go to the parties and qualify through them. You pay a qualifying fee, sign some paperwork, and that's really all it takes, and they'll double check to make sure you meet all the qualifications for office. If you don't want to run as a party candidate, you'll wait until June. And in June, you can come into my office, pay the qualifying fee, and we'll make sure you meet all the qualifications. The only additional qualification you'll need to run as an independent candidate is a petition. You have to get, I think it's 5% of the voters who could have possibly voted for you in the last election to sign off saying that there's a possibility they'll vote for you in the next election. And it's a serious undertaking.
And this is June of next year? So you don't even register till... So anybody that's saying they're running right now is not officially registered for anything?
No. This is all speculation. This is the fun part. You get to see everyone sort of test the waters, decide if they really want to go through this. It is, like I said, a serious undertaking. You have to raise funds. All the funds you raise have to be reported. There's a lot that goes into it. If anyone's interested in doing this, I'm more than happy to sit down and talk with anyone, walk them through the process. I'm trying not to get too detailed and keep answers short. It's a very detail-oriented process, but just give me a call and I'll be more than happy to give you all the information.
Okay, let's say somebody wanted to run for school board.
Okay.
Thinking about it. How much money out of pocket to register?
I meant to pull that number before you came in here. I want to say it's 3% of the annual salary from the previous year, of the gross salary.
Okay.
It's either 3 or 5%. So for the bigger offices, this can run up into the hundreds of dollars. The minimum fee you'll pay is, I want to say, $5.
So so some you might only a couple $100 as far as a school board or something like this, and you're in. But then you have to go down and sit down with the Republicans or Democrats or however you want to, if you want to be one of their.
Exactly. And what they do is these qualifying periods last an entire week. It starts at Monday, ends at the close of business Friday, and the Republicans and Democrats will have an office open for someone to come in with people there to answer their questions and walk them through the paperwork. And then they send all the names over to me.
The Republicans or Democrats do not have to accept you as a candidate, do they?
Yes and no. They can make you swear, and I think they do this as part of their paperwork, a party oath saying that you are Democrat or Republican and a few other details. But we have what's called an open party state. So you don't have to declare your party affiliation really, besides if you're qualified to run for office or when you go in to vote in a party primary. So you can go in and vote in the say you go in and vote in the presidential preference primary as a Democrat, and then a couple months later want to qualify as a Republican. That's perfectly legal, and they have to accept you as long as you sign the proper paperwork.
So for county commissioner, run for county commissioner, let's say it's a $100,000 a year job, you need to come up with $3,000 basically.
Pretty much. I really don't think it's a $100,000 a year job here in Bartow County, but the qualifying fee is a little less than that.
Do you trust the new voting machines?
I love the new voting machines. That's actually what got me started in this. I helped implement them in Georgia in 2002. And actually, when I graduated from college, I went out and implemented a statewide system in Mississippi for the Mississippi Secretary of State's office. And then just wanted to be closer to my family, so I came back here. But I've been working with these machines since 2002. I cannot tell you how many machines I've tested, worked with. I've never seen one act in a fraudulent manner or count a vote incorrectly.
So you swear by them. You trust them as much as anything else? And
when you go back and look at the research, and there's tons of scientific papers out there about this, and I'm sure there's going to be someone out there who disagrees with me and wants to talk to me about it. I love talking about this stuff. But there are error rates associated with every single type of voting system. Whether it's a lever machine, a paper ballot, a machine with hanging chads, or a DRE machine, which is what we have, a direct recording electronic voting machine. The error rate associated with the DRE machines is significantly less than any other type of voting system. And this can be as simple as user error. One thing that happens often with paper ballots is people don't read the instructions. It's like when you're in school with a Scantron, bubble in the oval completely. And don't use red ink.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we'll see them that have X's through them, the name circled, a check mark, and what happens is the scanner that scans these ballots is extremely sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's looking in grids, and if it doesn't see enough ink in that little box, and you don't want to see a box on the ballot, this is how the scanner sees it, then it may count it, it may not. And this is why you see often in recounts 1 or 2 votes difference, because someone's ballot's not being counted properly because they didn't fill it out properly. And the law requires us to, we can recreate ballots if they're mutilated, destroyed, if they're overvoted, and there's a bipartisan board that does this. But excuse me, to recreate it, the scanner has to reject it.
Okay.
And if it doesn't reject it, and if it scans it, and that little check mark didn't get counted, your vote didn't count for that office.
Now back to the county commissioner's race.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a nonpartisan race?
No. You can qualify as a party candidate or independent candidate.
So they're gonna have primaries on that also, on the county commissioner.
And often what happens, especially here in Bartow County, is the primary really decides the race.
That is true. So how many votes do you need?
50% plus 1 vote.
And how many votes approximately show up in a primary race? You think in a big election, what do you expect in a Republican primary? What do you expect?
I'm not even going to try to guess about next year. I can say with a certainty we're going to have an election.
Right.
And people are going to be voting. And that's about as far as I'm comfortable going. With as much interest as I'm hearing right now, there's a strong possibility that this could be even bigger than the last presidential election year, which was huge, and break a lot of records.
All right, Joseph, how do people reach you if they're interested? If they have any questions, how do they reach you?
Okay. With general questions, you can call the main line at the office, which is 770-387-5098. And that will get you in touch with me or one of my staff members. And I have a great staff. They can help you out.
And y'all are glad to do this. It's never an inconvenience or anything. You want to answer the question, right?
This is what we do for a living.
Right.
And one thing is the only bad question I've ever heard is an unasked question.
Do you ever get some? You ever get some little, let's say, somebody who's just, they want to run, but they just have a lot of fear. They want to run for a school board, but they're scared out of their mind. And it's a big deal to put your name on a ballot. That is a big deal.
I normally don't get those people.
Right.
I think the parties get a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because I have a sort of a different role than the parties do. The parties are there to support you, to help their candidates, to educate. I'm here to educate everyone else what the process is. and give you the choice of if you want to.
Right. You tell them, you're the rule man. You tell them the rules.
That's basically it. And one thing I didn't mention about qualifying is if you can't come up with a qualifying fee, there's a pauper's affidavit you can fill out and as long as you meet the qualifications, the fee will be waived. So you don't actually have to have any money to run for office.
Joseph Kirk. Tell everybody what your title is again.
Election Supervisor. And the other way to reach me, if you have any problems with something goes on at the polls, any questions that you don't want to ask anybody else, I have a direct line at 678-721-3231.
Enjoyed meeting you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Frank. You know, book smarts are great, but it really takes common sense to be competitive in today's business market. For 28 years, the IT professionals at Common Sense Computers have been designing software and integrating systems for all types of businesses. Whether you're using a database, mobile applications, or shop floor automation, let Common Sense help you solve your IT needs. Check out our website at www.commonsensesolutions.com and see what Common Sense can do for your business.
Hey Cartersville, this is Amanda at Southeastern Autoworks. We just wanted to remind you to stop by and see us. Here at Southeastern Autoworks, we handle classics, customs, and collisions. We can do paint, bodywork, mechanical, and we can save deductibles on most insurance claims. You can go to our website at www.southeasternautoworks.com or you can call us at 770-606-0665.
Reflections is a full-service medical spa. We have doctors, nurses, master cosmetologists, masseuse. If you are worried about signs of aging, we definitely have things that can help you with that. We have Botox, we have Radiesse and Juvederm, which are dermal fillers. We have Latisse to help you have beautiful eyelashes. We have Jane Iredale makeup, which is a full mineral makeup, which is great for your face. We also carry a full line of prescription medical products here for your face. Things that you're not going to be able to get without a prescription. Our doctors can help you with that. We want you to look as young as you can, as easily as you can, and we can definitely help you with that at Reflections.
Right now I'm with Deanna Berry. We're at Cybertech Cafe. This is Nathan Underwood. We're down here because Cartersville UNCUT is expanding and we want a website second to none in Bartow County. And we've been told you're the man that can do this.
No pressure.
Absolutely.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No, I mean, it's got to be like, if somebody else is at a, right here, we've got to be like 3 steps ahead. We've got to have everything on this site. Are you up to that task?
Absolutely. That's what we do.
Your opinion of this guy, Deanna?
So far, so good. He's got nice chairs.
He does have nice chairs. So you got something you're going to show us, and he's been working on this a few days.
Got a lot of wires and stuff.
Well, I had expected 10 o'clock, so no, we're going to chat today.
That's
a bad sign.
Then I'm going to send you a link.
We'll see. Better be good.
We'll let y'all know afterward. More to come out here. We're at Cybertech Cafe. This is Nathan Underwood. Okay. Back to the meeting. Nathan Underwood, Cybertech's anniversary. Cybertech Cafe's anniversary was last night. What'd you do for your wife?
I had Adina Harper put together a gift package for me. I stink at stuff like that, and she's really, really good at it. So we did 10 red roses. We've been married 10 years, so one for each year. And then we did a spa bag with her initials embroidered on it, and all the little girly things that you use at the spa, the little eye thing, the little bit things, the little foot things, and some body sprays and spritzers and lotions that whenever finances allow, I'm going to send her to the spa, and now she'll have a bag to go with her.
No, John, are you taking notes? Because our 5th year is coming up in April, at the end of April. So.
This is all well and good, but can we get back talking about our website?
Okay.